What's up, folks? This is going to be another trade breakdown, this time on LASE. So right here, I have the morning scan, the pre-market scan that I look at every morning. You can get this at diptraders.net/scanner for free. So this scan is completely free. It's just a low float gap up scan. You can just select it from this drop down and you'll get this exactly. Every morning I look at this right around 9:15 or so. And what we see is LASE, LASE. It is up 21%. The total capital on it is about 5 million. And most importantly, the float is only 3 million. So as a general rule of thumb, the lower the float, the less total capital they need to actually move the stock. The higher the float, the more total capital they need to move the stock. So in this particular instance, I'm looking for stocks that are over 15%, 20%, ideally up into 30% in the morning. So ADCT was kind of on my radar. LASE was kind of on my radar. There was nothing like A+ this morning, but I was watching those two out of the gate. LASE ended up being the clear winner. So let's get into the trades and see what I took. All right, so at this point, you can see that LASE is coming back up to the high of day. We kind of had a consolidation for a while after a big pop right out of the gate. Consolidated, and now we're moving up to the highs, and I'm hoping it's going to go and break the high of day. I don't know when it's going to break the high of day, but I'm hoping I can read the level 2 and figure that out and take a really low risk entry, get that pop through high of day. First, let's take a look at the volume. So the first minute of the day was about 600,000 shares, but it was trading on average for the first 5 or 10 minutes over 1 million shares. Really impressive, really good stuff. And then volume falls off as we get further into the day. And I usually don't trade this late, but it was a nice setup. It was coming back to high a day, so I was watching it. I was just going to see if it gives us the opportunity. So let's take a look. Stock's coming up to high a day here. We're going to watch the level 2. We're going to watch the bid and the ask and the time and sales over here. And let's see if we can find anything that makes me want to buy. So we have a slightly larger order at 217. I'm going to wait for the tape speed to pick up, because if we're going to get through these levels of resistance up here, we're going to need a lot of volume. We're going to need a lot of action on the tape. So let's watch for that tape speed to pick up. Okay, you can see it started to pick up over here. We're seeing green. So I'm going to get in here at 217. I'm in. And we had a pretty big ask at 218, but we're going to immediately break that. Now we've only got 5 on the bid, so I really need to see continued strength. We're seeing a little bit of red here. I'm not too worried yet. Then we drop back down and look at the bid when we drop down. The bid's only 2. So at this point, I'm thinking, well, if we were going to go, we should have gone right away. We really shouldn't be pulling back 2 cents. And guess what? Buyers should be stepping up here. The bid should not be 2. So I'm just going to get out at break even right there. So sold my position for break even. And now we're just going to wait. We're going to wait to see if we can find another opportunity. Now, the opportunity is going to come into one of these large asks. And we're just have to wait to see that volume come through on the tape. I'm going to fast forward the clip. And you can see now we have a pretty large ask at 217, so 300 at 217. If that breaks, I feel pretty good about this going. That's building up now, 300. Okay, so now we're starting to see some more green on the tape. That 217 ask is getting eaten up. And let's just watch this. Okay, so now we see lots of green. I try to buy there at 217, don't get filled. I'm going to cancel my order. I'm going to try to buy at 218. I'm in now at 218. Okay, notice this, and this made me feel very confident. Once we broke, look at the bid that stepped up behind. That bid went from, we stepped up, the ask is now at 219, and the bid that fills in behind is 100. That's a really nice size bid. And now I'm thinking, okay, with that kind of strength, that's going to push us through the high day. So now I'm looking to hold this for a high day break. Still seeing green on the tape. This is good. And watch how it really speeds up through high day. Beautiful break there. At this point, we just broke high day, so now we're over 224, which is the prior high day, and we pull back here. So I actually sell everything out at 222. Could have gotten it out at 224 if I was quick enough, but at the end of the day, I wanted to see if this thing would give a larger pop and a larger squeeze through high a day. Didn't quite get it, but still, I'll take the 4-cent gain. It was about $200. All right, so bonus clip for you guys. We ended up getting a pretty strong breakout from that 225 level. We went up, we came back down, consolidated a bit, and now we're making that secondary push back up to the high of day. And so now I'm trying to read the level 2, find another good entry for another high day break. So let's see what happens here. So I see green into 234. I kind of like that. Again, we're starting to break out. We're starting to get more volume, hoping we can push through here. I'm in there, but I'm only in 1,000 shares. It's a starter position because I knew we had a larger ask right behind it at 235. So now this is the ask that I'm looking to add into, and I'm going to add full size to this ask. Let's play this at 25% speed though, so you can see what I see. Looking for this ask to break. Seeing some green on the tape. It's not enough for me to get in yet. There we go. So now I'm getting some green. We broke below 200, and this stock moved fairly quickly. So it's tough for you to see this in this video because I haven't shown a bunch of tape for this particular stock. But this stock, you really had to be in early or you weren't going to get filled at all. So I think that right there was what made me hit the buy button. And unfortunately, you can't even see my order yet. But then the ask rebuilds back above 200. We see some red on the tape. And now the bid is only 2. The bid is only 2. Before that, it was 37. And then we get some selling. Bid's now 2. And look at me. I'm trying to buy 235. And I immediately know, I already know that this is going to be a failed trade. And I need to get out of this as fast as possible. So as soon as I'm in, I'm going to hit the sell button. The fastest I can get out is 232. So I'm out of everything at 232. That ended up being about $160 something loss, I think. But let me play this now at full speed, and you can see why you have to cut your losers so quickly, right? Because right there, I got out for a 3-cent loss. I bought 235. Look what this stock does. Tanks all the way down to 227, and we're not done. This thing goes all the way down to 216, 250, and so what was a 3-cent loss could have easily turned into a 20-cent loss if you weren't diligent with cutting your loss. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you want more of these videos, let me know in the comments below. Happy to do them, and I'll catch you in the next video.